viewers of Entrepreneurship TV across the world, welcome Sympathy today. Sympathy is an entrepreneur. She's here to share with us in terms of her own entrepreneurship journey. Sympathy, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Shepard.
Sympathy, our viewers may want to know from you, would you briefly share with our viewers your entrepreneurship journey? Where and how did it start?
All right, so I always jokingly say to everyone who asks that question that I was born an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to make money, my own money, and it's always been like that ever since I was young. So I can rightly point to a time when I was 9 years old, and my father was a constructor, and so what he would do was he would build houses and then hire some people to do the cleaning. So one time we just discussed with our mother, and then we said, we do the cleaning house and get the money. So she pitched the idea to my father, and then we went and then we cleaned the houses and then we got the money. That was very, very exciting. So I remember having bought my stationery, and then we had some other remainders of the money, and then my mother said, what do you want to use this money for? And then I told her I want to start my own business. And I always thank her because she encouraged me. She didn't say, why you're still young or whatever. She just said, okay, this is what you want to do. What exactly? And then I said, I want to start a present selling business. And well, the rest is history.
As Sympathy, for the benefit of our viewers, I only came to know about you when you entered and won the CBZ Entrepreneurship Award. Would you briefly tell us briefly about that, but more particularly about your own company, the current one? What does it do?
All right, so I'm a creative food company. And I must say, because our parents encouraged us to do entrepreneurship, they purchased for us machines. I think around Form 2 when they bought those machines, and we were trained to use them to be able to mill peanut butter. So there was a time when I was working, I have about 10 years experience working in the humanitarian field. And so while I was working in the there, my spirit was just nagging me to say, this is, of course, you love helping people, but this is not exactly what you want to spend your life doing. You want to run your own business. This is who you are. So I just asked myself, what business am I going to delve into? And then it just came up in my mind, say, you know what, I love food and I love working with food, and it's what comes naturally to me. So I will do this. And that's how we started manufacturing peanut butter and other nut products. And joining and winning the CBZ challenge was a turning point. It was like saying, you made the right decision. This is fine. And that's how I stopped going to work and concentrating fully on the company. So yes, the CBZ win opened so many doors for us.
Oh, okay. So for the viewers that are watching, they may also want us to discuss briefly in terms of whether our own country and African economies have done enough to conscientize and make people aware of entrepreneurship. What's your view?
I think historically we have been trained to just go to school and be employees. That has been something that we have been taught historically. But right now, currently, I've seen so many programs that are coming up. I've seen so many encouragements, and even the education system tried to sort of tweak the system in order to encourage entrepreneurship. So I think Africa is awakening to what has already been done in some countries, in Asia, in the European countries. I think we are waking up right now, and I think I really love, I've seen how so many people are coming up with entrepreneurship challenges for children, which is what I believe should be what we need to propagate from now going forth.
Thank you very much for that, Sympathy. We're just going to go for a very short break. When we come back, we're going to continue discussing with you your views when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Success for Tel 1 means success for businesses, government departments, and all our residential clients, bringing into play a digitally enabled society by 2023. Tel 1 offers superfast, affordable, and dedicated internet services across the country over fiber, copper, or satellite to meet the customer's needs, location, and budget. All of this can be secured with virtual private networks. Cloud services and the data center allow you, our customers, to store, manage, and disseminate all your data in a state-of-the-art private facility. Business Talk has become more affordable with our voice over internet protocol. VoIP allows you to make voice calls using any broadband internet connection and has massive potential savings as a cheaper mode of communication, making business processes more efficient and profitable. The use of unified business communication for our corporate clients offers a competitive advantage by managing multiple tools such as phone, video conferencing, email, customer service, and more. Stay connected all the time and bring your business up to speed with Tel 1. Tel 1, bringing you
our viewers all over the globe. We still have got Sympathy. Sympathy is an entrepreneur in her own right. She has discussed and disclosed to us how she started to run her own business. In this particular second segment, we're going to continue asking and getting to know more from such a great entrepreneur. Sympathy, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Bud.
Sympathy, you have had the privilege of working, and you are now also running your own business. What are some of the benefits that come with entrepreneurship? Why should people be involved in running their own businesses?
The first thing is flexibility. I really hated the idea of being told what to do each and every second. I mean, I hated reporting each and every minute of the day on how I would spend it. And now I can plan and I can say, okay, right this hour I need to have a meeting with Shepherd and go for it. But on a serious note, also you're creating a legacy by doing entrepreneurship. Something that you may not be able to do when you're working for somebody else. You may be building someone else's dream rather than your dream. And entrepreneurship is where you can control so many things. And it is so fulfilling to watch something grow, you create something and then you watch it grow. You stumble along the way, but it is your thing and it is your dream, it is your idea. And you're creating something that can be passed from generation to generation. Something which you cannot do with someone's job. Like if I die today and I'm working for somebody, that's done. If they're going to get money, that's fine, and then they use it in a day. But with entrepreneurship, in generations to come.
Sympathy, for a number of people that I've spoken to, they would tell you they still want to get involved in running their own businesses, but they face challenges to do with seed capital. How did you overcome your own challenge to do with seed capital, and do you believe people should give that as an excuse why they can't start to run their own businesses?
So I always tell people that I don't want to hear anybody who said, Handina capital, I'm looking for capital to start my business, and to cite that as a hindrance, because you can start a business without money. What you need to start a business is your vision, first of all, and then plan. You realize that there's some things that you can actually start without needing that capital injection. And at times also people want they want to start big. When you can start big, that's fine, good for you, start there. But I'd want to encourage everybody to start where they are. If you can sell your 3 pairs of shoes and get $60 there are so many things that you can offer, so many services that you can offer, and be able to raise a certain amount of money that you need. Like, you don't need millions to start a business. You just need that great vision and a little bit of capital.
Thank you very much for that. Now, other people have managed to start their businesses, humble beginnings, as we have said, but the challenge comes when they would want to scale up their businesses. They face challenges to do with working capital. How can entrepreneurs resolve such a problem?
So I've seen that sometimes ignorance strikes us. I was also, okay, I'll say I'm a survivor of that. I don't want to say I was a victim of that, where you just feel like there are people that are willing to help. You just close yourself in, your idea, and you're going to steal the idea from you. Yet, by sharing and getting into different competitions, like the one that we won, the youth entrepreneurship competitions, by just going to your Google search and saying investors or saying competitions, fellowships that are available to entrepreneurs, you realize that there are so many possibilities and so many opportunities that you can take advantage of. And they actually give lots of money. I have a friend that won $25,000 just a few weeks ago because she took part in the challenge, the COVID-19 challenge. So there's never a time when you can say there are no opportunities. There are so many opportunities around us, so many competitions from the private sector, so many funded programs, so many angel investors. So there is absolutely no reason why we can say we are stopping what we're doing.
Thank you very much for that sympathy. We're just going to go for another break. When we come back, we're going to continue and we'll be getting into our third and final segment of the show. Sympathy, welcome back to the show. I'm very happy with what we have discussed so far. We have opened up, we have shared with our viewers how your own entrepreneurship journey started. Now, I would want to find out from you, a lot of people, besides complaining about seed capital, others complain about working capital. But I've heard others who may say, even if I'm to get money, there are no opportunities for me to start and run a business. Do you believe we have got limited opportunities for one to get into business?
There are so many opportunities. Like there is never a right time. There is never a right time. I mean, if we look at all the entrepreneurs that we admire, they also had to fight several things that they were facing. There is never a time when you say there is no storm. There's always something going on, whether in the environment, in your personal lives, whatever. There is never a time that you say this is an excellent time for me to do this. So it's about fighting whatever is stopping you. It's about going beyond the call of duty. It's about doing what everyone else is not doing. It's about looking at your vision and following it. And it's about just not giving up. So this is what makes good entrepreneurs. They dream it, they sleep on their dreams, they wake up and they're always thinking of ways to network, ways to grow, and ways to market themselves. So really, we can't say there are no opportunities. There are always opportunities amidst all the challenges.
Thank you very much for that. We have got a raging pandemic, COVID-19. From your own exposure and your own view, what could businesses do? What are the available strategies? What can be done now in the face of COVID-19?
All right, so the first is to always know that there are opportunities in any case. That's why you see even during times of war, there are other people making money. Even when there are outbreaks, there is someone benefiting and progressing. So the first thing is to know that you need to adapt. There is no need to keep on holding on to things that are not working. Methods to whatever situation that is there. Because now we have COVID, but who knows what's next? And that's the truth. We don't know what's next. So we should always be ready to adapt to whatever situation that is put across. And how to do that is to research. The cyberspace is available for us to do a lot of this, to adapt to any situation. Like right now, we're having this interview here. Probably if it wasn't COVID, I would have to travel to your studio for this. But we have saved a lot of time because we are only having it using technology. So businesses should adapt by using the cyber, by going online. Let's just do what we do as long as we are getting money. That doesn't work. Now people are just looking up online and seeing who is who, and then they're ordering. And then the second thing is offer convenience. People are afraid, people are on lockdown. Some don't even want to leave their homes. You as a supplier, you as a business person, what are you offering that is convenient for your potential clients? It's only those that are offering convenience and that are price sensitive that are being able to stay afloat right now. And I think the last thing is keep on researching. Make sure you have a certain budget or a certain time or a department for bigger companies that is responsible for just researching on opportunities, what to do and how to cope.
Thank you very much for that. Now, my last question in this final segment, and which is going to be also my final question for the show. You have been an entrepreneur, you have interacted with a number of other entrepreneurs. Would you now take this opportunity to share advice, motivation, encouragement with other entrepreneurs that may be thinking of giving up and or those that may be aspiring to run their own businesses?
Right. So what I want to say to entrepreneurs, would-be entrepreneurs, is that, guys, never give up. You build daily, and sometimes you only move a few strides, and there are times when you move 10 strides, and there are times when you feel like you're not moving at all. But I tell you, whatever effort that you put, it's going to result in something one day. You don't have to give up. And get help. You're not an island. Get help. Don't burn bridges. There are so many mentors that are ready to give their advice for free or next to nothing. Also research and adapt. And above all, never give up on your vision, because God gave you that vision for a purpose.
Thank you very much for that. To our audience and to our viewers all over the world, we have been talking to Sympathy. She's an entrepreneur. She has got vast exposure and experience when it comes to entrepreneurship. We are grateful that she has managed to grace our platform. She is somebody who has got a lot of experience, a lot of exposure. We look forward to talking to her again. Next time, we'll be picking on what are some of the critical things that we can discuss and talk about on entrepreneurship. To those that have always watched our shows, may you continue watching our shows, continue to subscribe, and watch out for our future shows.